Hillary Clinton slamming Nigel Farage. She gave an interview with the Sunday Times, that's a London newspaper, and here's the quote. He, that's Farage, came to the US to campaign for Trump and spent half of his remarks insulting me in a very personal way and talking about Trump as the alpha male, the silver-backed gorilla. Think of those images and what that says about what's acceptable and what's not. Fox News contributor Nigel Farage joins us now. He always smiles. There you go. I knew he would smile eventually. All right, you got to give us your response to what was a very strong attack on you in the Sunday Times.
Yes, it really was. I mean, Hillary is here in London selling her book, What Happened. It's £20 a go. Clearly the Clintons haven't made enough money yet. And it's a book that should be renamed, in my opinion, The Great Whinge, because none of the reasons she lost the presidency is to do with her. It's because the world is a very unfair place, and it's full of horrible, beastly, nasty people that are not Clinton supporters, people like me. The idea that I spent much of my speech in Mississippi on Hillary Clinton is ludicrous. I simply said, if I was an American citizen, I wouldn't vote for her if you paid me. She, of course, responded in kind the next day, last August, by calling me all the names under the sun. I was labelled a white supremacist and goodness knows what else. Look, I think the upshot of this is very simple. I think it's important in life to be judged by your enemies. And if Hillary Clinton is a sworn enemy of mine, I reckon I'm in a pretty good place.
Nigel, can I just explain for our viewers the use of the word to whinge? Whinging is complaining or whining. It's an Anglo-Australian word which you've now introduced into America, and I think it might fly.
Anyway, but it really is. What a sad sight, isn't it? To see somebody that can't accept that perhaps the main reason she lost is because she, from the start, gave this sense of entitlement, as if, it was the crown that was due to be placed on her head. She was arrogant, she was out of touch, she didn't go out and meet voters and citizens, and yet somehow it's all everybody else's fault, including mine. I have a funny feeling this book is not going to sell very well here in the UK.
I want to draw your attention to, you know what's going on here. This is Catalonia. Thousands of protesters over the weekend were demonstrating in favour of national unity, opposing the breakaway of Catalonia. Now, it seemed to us, from a distance, we're here in America, we're looking at Europe, it seems like it was heading towards kind of balkanisation, splitting up into very, very small countries. But maybe that's not the case. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, let's get a sense of perspective here. 20 years ago, the number of Catalans that wanted to separate from Spain was about 15 to 20%. Over the last few years, that's risen, and in some polls, it's been as high as 40%. But what happened on October the 1st, when the local Catalan government tried to hold a referendum, and the Spanish police used the Spanish government used 10,000 police to stop people voting, literally dragging elderly women out of polling stations by their hair to stop them voting. Since then, I have a feeling that actually those who now want to separate from Spain have grown. Sure, there are two sides to this debate, but what is an absolute fact is the Spanish government, and this is supposed to be a modern democracy, they're supposed to have moved on from the days of General Franco and fascism. Their behaviour has been so awful that I think that Catalan separation and independence has got a little bit of wind in its sails now.
We shall see. Nigel, thanks for joining us. Always appreciated. We'll see you again soon. Thanks very much.